Students, as you know that we have completed the methods of formation of amines. After formation of amine, today we are going to discuss about the chemical properties, the chemical reactions of aliphatic and aromatic amines. There are various chemical reactions of aromatic as well as aliphatic amines, and those chemical reactions include reaction with nitrous acid, reaction with acid because they are basic in its nature, alkylation reaction, acylation reaction, benzoylation reaction, and in case of aromatic compound, the aromatic electrophilic substitution reaction. So we will discuss about these reactions one by one with its mechanism and with its consequences or applications as well. Starting from the first reaction, that alkylation reaction. You have already studied about this reaction that basically this is a case of nucleophilic substitution reaction, and this is your alkyl halide and this is the primary amine. In this example, this is the secondary amine and this one is a tertiary amine. So you have already studied that during method of preparation of amines we discussed about this reaction, and basically this is a case of SN2, that is nucleophilic substitution bimolecular reaction, bimolecular mechanism, in which the amines, whether maybe primary amine, secondary amine or tertiary amine, it will react with alkyl halide and will get converted into different type of amines like secondary amine, tertiary amine, or it will convert it into the ammonium salt, for example. This is the case, right? So basically this is a case of nucleophilic substitution reaction in which both of these react and will get converted into this one reaction. So this particular reaction is called as the alkylation reaction, and this is very important reaction because you know that in this multiple products will be synthesized. So this reaction is also called as exhaustive alkylation reaction, right? Exhaustive alkylation reaction. And if the alkyl group, means the R group, is taken to be CS3, that is a methyl group, at that time this reaction will also be called as exhaustive methylation reaction, in which we will get the multiple product. For example, mechanism, if we are particularly concerned about the mechanism of this particular reaction, this is the case in which the lone pair which are present on the nitrogen will attack from the back side on this carbon which is bearing the halogen, and this halogen will be eliminated out in the form of X negative, here in the form of Br negative, right? So will get converted into this positive, and this ultimately will give the H positive and will get converted into the desired amine. That may be secondary, that may be tertiary, or that may be quaternary ammonium salt. Similar reaction is also there between the base. This is the base, you know, because the amines are acting as the base, and this is the acid that it can react with this one. So basically this is an acid base reaction between the amine and between the acid. So here HCl is acting as the acid and this is acting as the base. So here there is a formation of acid basic reaction. So that kind of reaction the amine can also undergo, beside the alkylation reaction, that is the exhaustive methylation reaction, which is commonly called as the exhaustive alkylation reaction. After alkylation, the second reaction, which is also very important reaction, is the acylation one, right? When we are talking about acylation reaction, basically this is a reaction of amine, right, with ester, acid chloride, acids, and acid anhydrides. Basically, in all these reactions, the product will be amide, and here we are getting the substituted amide. Again, we are getting the amide. Here we are also getting the amide, and in this reaction we are also getting the amides. So basically, this is a case of acylation reaction in which we allowed to react the amines, and specifically if we are talking about the amine, here we only use the primary and secondary amines, and the primary and secondary amines are allowed to react with ester, acid chloride, carboxylic acid and acid anhydride to form the substituted amide. So this reaction is called as the acylation reaction. Generally, the tertiary amines will not undergo acylation reaction. When we are particularly concerned about the acylation reaction, at that time we can see that the reaction between aromatic acid chloride or anhydrides with amine in presence of sodium hydroxide will be called as the Schotten-Bowman reaction. So basically this is a name reaction, that is also very important reaction, and you studied this reaction during the chapter carboxylic acid and its derivatives, in which basically you know that aromatic acid chloride is a derivative of the acid. So that aromatic acid chloride or anhydride is subjected to react with the amine in presence of sodium hydroxide, and again you know the main product of this reaction will be the amide. So this reaction will be called as specifically this reaction will be called as the Schotten-Bowman reaction, and this will be the mechanism of this reaction, that this is a case of secondary amine we have taken here, and this secondary amine is now along with its lone pair of electron on the nitrogen will attack on this particular carbon bearing the C double bond O and Cl group. So here when it will attack on this one, this bond particularly will go to O and will form the O negative, and after this one this negative charge will come back and Cl will be eliminated out, right, in the form of Cl negative, and it will give rise to the product, right. So this is basically a case of Schotten-Bowman reaction. In this category, the next reaction is the benzoylation reaction, and when we talk about the benzoylation reaction, means the last example, if I am particularly talking about that, this example that I was telling you about the aromatic acid chloride. So basically this is aromatic acid chloride, and when this aromatic acid chloride is used, at that time the reaction will be called as the benzoylation reaction. So basically that is a case of Schotten-Bowman reaction, and this is the product of this particular reaction. So this is the benzoylation reaction if I am particularly concerned about. The acylation is basically a common name in which the acyl group, that is RCO group, will be introduced. At that time this will be called as it will be given a common name that is called as the acylation reaction. When that common group is converted into a specific group, for example, that is now being converted into acetyl group. Acetyl group means that we are particularly introducing CH3CO group, right. At that time the reaction will be specifically acetylation reaction. Now means, although we can say that this reaction is also a case of acylation reaction, because if we are commonly called that group is also a acyl group, so that reaction may also be called as the acylation reaction. But if we talk specifically, at that time this reaction will be called as the acetylation reaction, because acetyl group is now introduced at the amine position, right. So similarly, if we are specifically allowed a reaction between amine and benzoyl chloride, at that time the reaction will be called as the benzoylation reaction, because the benzoyl group is now allowed to be introduced at the amine, and that's why a specific name will be used here instead of a common name, that is acylation reaction. So benzoylation reaction will be now this the kind of reaction, benzoylation reaction. So three reactions we have studied, that is the acid basic reaction, alkylation reaction, and the acylation reaction, in which we have talked about the acetylation reaction and the benzoylation reaction. Now the next reaction, which is a very important part of the amine, is the reaction of amines with nitrous acid. First of all, I want to tell you about the important point of this reaction and how this reaction can be used as an identification between the primary, secondary and tertiary amines, because in organic chemistry, identification of an organic compound is very important part. How we can identify an organic compound, how we can identify the functional group in a organic molecule. So this is very important. And when we talk about this particular compound, that we have aromatic amines, we have aliphatic amines, we have primary, secondary and tertiary amines, and the case is also in aromatic system as well. So this is really very important, that how we can differentiate between these three kind of groups, that is primary, secondary and tertiary amines. So this is the beauty of this reaction, that this reaction can be used as a tool for identification, tool for separation, tool for identification between the primary, secondary and tertiary amine. So generally when we talk about this reaction, this is the reaction between amine and nitrous acid. So first of all, I will tell you about the nitrous acid, that nitrous acid cannot be used when it is prepared very earlier, and then it can be used. So if we want to react the amine with the nitrous acid, first of all, the nitrous acid should be prepared in situ during the chemical reaction itself, because it is highly unstable, and it should be used immediately after its preparation, right? So first of all, there should be a reaction between sodium nitrite, that is NaNO2, with concentrated sulfuric acid, or HCl, hydrochloric acid, right? So when there is a reaction between NaNO2 or HCl or NaNO2 and sulfuric acid, at that time HNO2, that is nitrous acid, will be released, and this nitrous acid will help in further reaction, right? Second important point about this reaction is that the temperature of the reaction is generally maintained between 0 to 5 degrees Celsius, right? The temperature of this particular reaction will be maintained at 0 to 5 degree Celsius temperature. And the third one, basically nitrous acid is a very nice source of nitrosyl cation, that is NO positive, which is a very weak electrophile, and from this the further reaction will happen, right? Now when we talk about the type of reaction, you have primary amine, you have secondary amine and you have tertiary amine. All amines will react differently with nitrous acid. For example, when we are particularly talking about the primary aliphatic amines, when primary aliphatic amines react with nitrous acid, here we are taking NaNO2 and HX. Here HCl can also be taken, and when a reaction is happening between sodium nitrite and HCl, then it will release the HNO2 during the course of reaction. So what will happen? The primary amine will react with the nitrous acid and will get converted into aliphatic ammonium salt. And students, be clear that this aliphatic diazonium salt is highly unstable at room temperature, at low temperature as well, and soon N2 will be eliminated out from this one. This N2 will be eliminated out from this one, being it is a good leaving group, and this particular aliphatic diazonium salt will get converted into R positive. It will get converted into cation, and that cation can now produce different kind of products depending upon the type of condition. It may react with X negative, and will give rise to alkyl halide. It may react with the water molecule and it will give rise to the alcohol. It may lose H positive and will get converted into alkenes, right? So when we talk about this particular reaction, that the reaction of primary aliphatic amines with nitrous acid, so there will be reaction and the product of this reaction will be aliphatic diazonium salt, which is unstable, and soon this aliphatic diazonium salt will lose N2 and will get converted into R positive, that is cation, and this cation further react, and the further reaction will depend upon the condition. It may react with the X negative to form alkyl halide, it may react with water molecule to form the alcohol, it may lose the H positive and will give rise to the alkene. So these are the different kind of products that can be synthesized by reaction of this primary aliphatic amine with the nitrous acid. This reaction, that is Tiffeneau-Demjano rearrangement reaction, or simply a reaction, is a very nice example that will explain the formation of different kind of products by reaction of aliphatic primary amine with nitrous acid. Basically, this rearrangement reaction is a ring expansion or ring contraction. I think you understand about ring expansion and ring contraction. If we have a 5-membered ring and we have a CH2 positive group outside the ring, ring can expand to 6-membered. Similarly, 6-membered ring can also reduce to 5-membered ring. Similarly, a 4-membered ring can be expanded to 5-membered depending upon the type of condition. For example, here you can see that this is a substrate, and this substrate is basically beta amino alcohol. And when this beta amino alcohol is subjected to reaction with the nitrous acid, here you can write HNO2 as well as you can write NaNO2 plus HCl or sulfuric acid. It will give rise to HNO2. When this is allowed to react with this HNO2 nitrous acid, it will form this cycloheptanone will give rise to cycloheptanone. Ring has been expanded. It was a 6-membered ring, and this cycloheptanone is basically a 7-membered ring, right? So how this ring expansion is taking place, I will show you. This is the NH2. So when this is allowed to react with this particular nitrous acid, this NH2 will get converted into N triple bond N, means diazonium salt will be synthesized, and N2 will be eliminated from this position. So this carbon will now bear the positive charge, and you can see that this carbon is basically a primary carbon. So primary carbocation will be synthesized, and this primary carbocation, or if we are particularly talking about the carbocation, the rearrangement in case of carbocation is very common, right? So this carbocation will be rearranged, and how it can be rearranged, that this bond, that is the bond between this carbon which is bearing the hydroxyl group and between this particular carbon, will be shifted towards this CH2 positive, right? When this bond will be shifted to the CH2 positive, the carbon which is now bearing the hydroxyl group will get the positive charge. So it will get converted into a secondary carbocation which is bearing the hydroxyl group, which will stabilize at 1, right? And finally, when the positive charge will appear at this particular carbon, it will finally lose the H positive and will get converted into cycloheptanone. So basically this reaction is an example of reaction of aliphatic primary amine with the nitrous acid, followed by the rearrangement, followed by the ring expansion and a conversion of this particular amine into cycloheptanone, means into a ketone. So different type of the product can be synthesized by reaction of primary aliphatic amine with nitrous acid. This reaction is called as the Tiffeneau-Demjano rearrangement reaction. Now, it was the case of aliphatic amine. When we take the primary aromatic amine, at that time there will be a reaction of this primary aromatic amine with the nitrous acid, which is prepared in situ, and there is conversion of this aromatic primary amine into aromatic diazonium salt, right? This is stable and this can react further. So how we can identify that there is a presence of aromatic primary amine in any organic compound? So this is the test, that when this particular amine is allowed to react with nitrous acid, it will give rise to diazonium salt, and this diazonium salt on further reaction with, for example, beta naphthol, for example, NN dimethyl aniline, for example, phenol or substituted phenol, it will produce the colored compound. It will give rise to the dyes. It will produce the dye, and this is basically a very important substrate for the dye industries, because so many kind of dyes can be synthesized by diazonium coupling reaction. There is a reaction, my dear student, there is a reaction between this aromatic diazonium salt and between this compound, that is NN dimethyl aniline. When these two react, they will give rise to the diazonium coupling reaction, and this will be the product, and this is basically a colored product, this is basically a colored dye. So formation of this colored dye during the course of this reaction is a very nice identification of primary aromatic amine inside any organic molecule. And whenever we are getting alcohol, we are getting alkenes, or we are getting the alkyl halide during the course of reaction, at that time we can very clearly say that the amine which we are having is basically a primary aliphatic amine, not the secondary or tertiary. So basically this is that kind of reaction. When we talk about the mechanism, at that time, as I have already told you, that the mechanism of this reaction is basically start with the formation of the NO positive, right? So this is the nitrous acid, and this nitrous acid will in the first step be protonated and will get converted into this particular moiety, which will lose the water molecule and will get converted into NO positive. Now there will be a reaction of our aromatic amine, and this lone pair of electron on the nitrogen in case of aromatic amine will react with the NO positive and will form this particular product, and this will finally lose the H positive and will get converted into ARNHNO, which again be protonated and will get converted into this one. Now this protonated complex will now further leave the H positive with formation of N double bond N, and the reaction will be reversible in this case and will get converted into diazo hydroxide. Finally, this diazo hydroxide on a reversible reaction will be protonated and will get converted into NOH2 positive, which finally lose the water molecule and will get converted into AR N triple bond N, that is aromatic diazonium salt will be synthesized during the course of this particular reaction. So this is the mechanism, this is the overall mechanism of formation of the aromatic diazonium salt from aromatic amines by reaction with nitrous acid. Similar kind of mechanism can be involved in case of aliphatic one, but you know the aliphatic diazonium salt is unstable and soon will get converted into R positive. So this is the reaction. So today we have discussed about the alkylation reaction, we have discussed about the acylation reaction, and in acylation we have discussed about the acetylation and the benzoylation reaction. We discussed about the acid base reaction because the amines are acting as the base, so that can react with the acid, so there will be acid base reaction. And we have discussed about the reaction of primary aliphatic and aromatic amines with the nitrous acid, and how this reaction can be used as a identification test between primary, secondary and tertiary amines. Tomorrow we will discuss some more chemical reactions of aromatic and aliphatic amines.